Good evening and welcome to Paul's Spare Time. I see something I've got set up backwards. Let's fix that. Got a new screen going here for a solo nickel or penny hunt. I think that was the only thing that was reversed. My new nickel mat. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. How are you doing this Thursday evening? Huh. Now that looks upside down. It is upside down. Interesting. It was upside down before I changed it. How many times? Aha! It was backwards and reversed. Very strange. Very strange. Hello, Everkurt. Good to see you. Michael Fallis, Robert Mims, Michael and Lord Zachary Burnett, Patrick Johnson, Typewriter Maniac. I think that captured everybody. Everkurt out to dinner tonight for the first time in 6 weeks. That had to feel good. Good for you, brother. Good for you. Haven't done a Coinsomniacs this week. Apologies. It's been a weird week. Let's just say it has been a weird week. I'm assuming everyone can hear me. Let's see. Where's my audio mixer? Yep, I'm broadcasting. 150-mile drive to go out to dinner. Hello, Michael. You're good to see you. Hello, hello. The fourth box is still available for Saturday, I think, Everkurt. I've got you in the first box. Let me look and see. And I don't know. Let me look. Let me look. And see if anyone has popped on it yet. I figure they will. That or they absolutely hate my idea of Ed Search in the free second box. I don't know. It's a possibility. Huh. Some of my information is not correct. Well, let's try it again then. There we go. That's coming up. Yep. As of right this second, no one has popped on box 4, Avatar. Adam Cole's in the house. Good to see you. We're going back and forth between 5 and 6. It didn't look, so I assume Southern Metal was done with his hunt. I've been to Adam Cole's, has been. Everkurt, if you want it, you can have it, unless Adam Cole's jumps ahead of you. He has been tempted, but you don't have to. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will sell. I'm not worried about it at all. The video has been lightly viewed tonight for some reason, about half of normal, so it's got a lot of views left to go. Somebody will pop on it if you, but if you want it, Everkurt, you can have it. So my thing says 6 people watching, 7 people watching, and I see like 10 names in the chat. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Test, test, test. Adam Coles, can you hear me? Patrick Johnson, can you hear me? Everkurt, can you hear me? Well, for time, Southern Metal still going. Tony and Chris are hunting some boxes for themselves. Oh, okay. Thank you, Patrick Johnson. Michael Erickson, good to see you. Michael Fallis can hear me. I can be heard. I'm not alone. That's such a good thing. Hey, I got my first package in from Mike and Shirley. What do I have here that will show this full screen? Is it that one? Yeah. I got my first package in from my merchandise store deal on OBS. I ordered one of everything so that I could check out the quality. There is the Pause Spare Time mug. The first thing they shipped me. You must do those in-house. It's okay. It's a mug. I don't drink coffee, but it looks muggish. But I ordered the t-shirts in and the hoodies in and the hats to see what they look like. I might actually, if they look good enough, be able to get hats out to my VIPs that I owe to you. But I thought the font's not quite what I've usually done on stickers, but I think it'll work. I think it will work. Very muggy. It is muggy. Yeah, so Paul's got a mug now. Hudson has not seen this. As a matter of fact, I don't think he's seen everything that I set up on the merchandise screen. But we will see what all the samples look like. They're pretty smart. They give you a discount, but you got to buy one of each of your samples to know what everything looks like and the quality it is. I have no idea what quality those t-shirts or anything is. I do know that I think they're a little overpriced, but before I go selling any of them or trying to sell any of them, I'm gonna get one. So they make money that way. All right, Avocurt, I will go put that. Give me a second. That box 4 is sold. And Paul doesn't know if I can hunt at a speed that will get box 5 sold or not. If we, because Paul doing 8 boxes by himself is a lot. Give me a second, I gotta go in. I can't see comments right now. Go post a comment that if this pops up with audio, I'll kill it real quick.
Experience tape.
And it did. Let me change this. That part done. Let me pin this so it stays at the top. Let me edit this. Thank you for that, Avocurt. You didn't have to do it. I know it's your birthday weekend, though. It's much appreciated. Robert Saves History in the house. Michael Fallis. Paul, you can send the mug to me. I'll test drive it for you. I want to show it to Hudson. And then I probably will give it away, Michael Fallis. You're volunteering to be the test driver. See if it keeps your coffee warm. Let me write that on top. And unless Grammy claims it, we might make that happen, Michael Fallis. It's got your name on it for now. Grammy hasn't seen it. Hudson hasn't seen it. T Lovett Coin Hunter has just subscribed. Thank you, T Lovett. Let me raise that thing to the top. Thank you very much. It's appreciated to love it. That's awesome. We're sneaking up on 1390 and then 1400 subscribers. We're wanting to get there. Fubar, hello. Good to see you. See who else I missed. John Jacobs in the house. Southern Metal Raid. Welcome, Southern Metal folks. I figured Southern Metal was done. I didn't even go check. My bad, Tony. My apologies. My apologies. I use a 15-ounce mug and drink it cold. Oh, I never developed a taste for coffee. When I opened the Walmart stores up when I was in operations, everybody else was drinking coffee, so I tried to get into it. The only hot beverage I like is hot chocolate, although I'm okay with hot tea, I guess. And I love the smell of coffee and do not like the taste of it. So that by the time I had it creamered and sugared up enough to taste the way I would enjoy, it just seemed like, Little Middle in the house. Good to see you, Little Middle. Stephanie's here. Good to see you, Stephanie. Alright, so, good to see everybody. Hey, look what I found. Look what Paul found. Paul opened a box. Didn't find much else. But Paul found a magic coin. I found a magic coin and my bang ring separated it. And I am going to put this in the next auction. It's the first one I found for myself in forever. I've got a couple. It's a 1972 P, I think. Could be a D. Don't have my microscope up. But I have got a magic coin. So I'm going to put a bunch of items in and I'm going to start the auction at $1 this time. Well, it terrifies me a little bit, but my buddy Can does it. Doesn't mean Paul only wants $1, only needs $1 for him. It's the other side of the tails. So I was surprised. I was edge searching and I was clanking coins and I found a magic coin. Found a magic coin. Very cool. Very cool. Vernon LaPointe's in the house. Good to see you. Don't auction it. Keep it if it's your first and all. No, I've found several Robert Saves History. I've got a two-tailed one in my book. I've got I have found 2 or 3 for donators. I found one for Rob Wenzel, I remember for sure. Forget the other ones who they were for. Because I'd found Rob Wenzel one, I thought, and it ended up not being. Hudson's found a few, and he's got some in his binder, so we'll auction it. Somebody can get themselves their first magic coin, maybe. Be a lower value item. I think they're worth $15 or $20 maybe. But they're fun to have. Katie Bailey in the house. Good to see you, Katie. Walker Magnet in the house. Good to see you, Walker Magnet. Got your text message. I will read it again and reply later. I decided that after bailing on y'all Monday and Wednesday, and I didn't sleep Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday nights, Wednesday night. Last night I did sleep. So Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday I did not sleep. I was a tired ball. But I slept like a rock last night for sure. I was so tired, went and laid down, couldn't go to sleep, got up, went back to bed at 2, and slept through till 1:30 a.m. I think I got up once. So it was crazy. Gina are in the house. Good to see you, Gina. Welcome, welcome. So what y'all want to do tonight? We can do almost anything. I set this up for Nichols on in preparation for Monday night. I was going to do a stream and search some nickels Monday night. So I made myself a screen for a solo nickel search. And I haven't done anything to it. I've also got these loose pennies that my brother brought me. And I have a big temptation to grab a couple fistfuls of those loose pennies over there and search those as well. But we could do nickels, we could do pennies. I could grab a $half box. I think I've got somewhere between 26 and 30 $half boxes. We're doing now 8 on Saturday. Paul's doing 8. Jorge Martinez, good to see you, brother. Welcome. BH Ringer, nickels sound like silver waiting to be found. Yeah, they do. That's true. We can do a nickel box. I like watching nickels. Well, we can do that. We can do nickels. I've had a hankering to do nickels, and I got to looking at those pennies today, and they called to me and they said, "Oh, pennies, pennies." But we can do nickels. But this is what I'm set up for. But I suppose I could. Uh-oh, Paul's got an empty glove box. I have to get another box out. These are my Everkirk gloves that he sent me. And then I bought some more of. Paul's got a big old mitt. And it needs a big old glove. Alright, so that's okay. I was helping my brother get his engine back in his truck. Oh my, 1960 GMC rebuilding before he goes back on tour. Hamilton play. Cool, Adam Coles. I wish I had the skill and knowledge to work on vehicles. I don't. I got a brother that does. My dad did. And I was out doing sport things and just didn't get into it. But I sure wish I knew more about it. Paul, did you see my question? Bender bending. I don't guess I saw your question, but I'll go find it. Well, would it be okay if I posted a link in the chat to go to my fund to raise money to help with the adoption of my son? Sure, Bender. No problem with that at all. No problem with that at all. Alright, so I'm going to grab a box of nickels in. Let's get this set up. Let me grab a box of nickels. They're not very far away. If I take the most recent ones I brought down. Boy, those are shiny. Those look shiny. We'll try them. We've got over 50 boxes of nickels. We can always switch to another with little to no problem. I've got an auction. I've got the lots set out. I've got to get them numbered and figure out what order I want to do them in and figure out when I'm going to do it, because I have moved it twice. I've got Sunday's Mom and Pop Penny Box video filmed, and I just have to make it public so you all can see it. So I was productive this afternoon. My favorite baseball player of current times, Anthony Rizzo, from my favorite team, the Chicago Cubs, free agent at the end of the season, traded today to, of all places, the New York Yankees. That one hurt Paul a little bit. I'm not going to lie, that one hurt me a little bit. Next to go needs to be Chris Bryant and Craig Kimbrell. They need to go ahead and trade some more and get some more talent in. They need to reset, but it's sad to see my favorite player go. We do have this nickel box. They do look awfully new. They're not new, but I don't see a lot of old nickels in there. It doesn't always, yeah, boo Yankees, no kidding. I don't hate the Yankees. Joe Torre was my favorite baseball player ever. He was a St. Louis Cardinal. And then was the manager of the Cardinals, the Mets, the Cubs, the Yankees. And I like Joe Torre. But, man, it's hard for a Midwestern boy to be a Yankees fan. These nickels say October 2017 on the stamp. So these have been sitting somewhere for going on 4 years. These have been boxed up for 4 years. What coin shortage? How could you have them boxed up for 4 years if there's a coin shortage? That's not possible, is it? It's not possible. First nickel box I got from you has been kind of cold so far. A few in the 40s and a couple in the 50s. Oh no, Walker Magnet, that's not good. You know, the last one Hudson opened was colder than heck. Would have been the coldest box we'd ever opened. And in the last 10 rolls, he found a Buffalo and a War nickel. So, you never know. But our nickel boxes are usually decent. Oh boy, the Dodgers trading for Trey Turner and Max Scherzer. You know, I think Scherzer's hurt, so I don't know about that part, but Trey Turner is one of the best players in baseball. Going to an already a great team. Holy smokes, was that a trade. Win or lose, I'm a Braves fan. I've been to a few games over in Atlanta. I went in the old stadium. I've been to the new stadium. Back in the old stadium was pre-Maddox, Glavine, and Smoltz and Chipper Jones days. And we could, when I was over there, we could buy tickets right on the rail. But I don't suppose you could do that anymore. The Atlanta fans did not do a super great job of supporting a super great team once they even got good. Boy, they were so good not to have won more than they did, though, dang it. Scherzer pitched today. Well, maybe they pitched him to prove he was healthy then, because he was setting out because of a muscle something in his muscle strain in his pitching arm. So maybe he's okay. Maybe he's okay. I don't want to see the Dodgers win again. So I wasn't opposed to them winning last time, but Cardinals all the way. Averkurt, I was a huge Cardinals fan. But then I was also a huge Cubs fan, and I didn't know you couldn't like both. And my Cardinal fan friends, when I moved down here, were so obnoxious about it, me liking both teams, that I had to just pick one, and Tony La Russa and his handling of Ozzie Smith drove me to be just a Cubs fan. Wow. All right. You're going bye-bye. Forever. As soon as I figure out how. Alright, moderators, I hid this user and I put them in timeout and I reported them and I deleted their comments. If there's I don't see my ban button that I used to have. So, alright, we're doing this, are we? I'm glad I could entertain you tonight. Yankees and Cardinals here, says Stephanie. Hello, J-Ram. I apologize for the horrible things that were typed on the screen. Moderators, feel free to absolutely ban them if you would. I don't see my ban button. I've done everything I can. Hold on, I'm still recording this to YouTube. It's only the third time in a year, almost a year, we've had anything like that. Oh, I can ban them. I just got to figure out how I do it again. They've all been reported now. Southern Metal has to set up where only subscribers can chat. I'd rather not do that. If I have to, I will. If I have to, I will. But I'm going to have my head down, so if some of the moderators would keep an eye on that. And if you see it, feel free to dish out the most severe punishment that you can. I could Walker Magnet, but we get a lot of new people pop in. On Coinsomniacs like night, so I'd rather not. But if I need to, I will. I think I have done what I can do. Always nice to have children in the chat. It's been a while. Alright. Sorry about that. Y'all know that's not in any way representative of how we believe or think. I'm sorry you had to see that. Hey, Southern Metal. Did you have some nastiness come into your chat tonight, too? We had some real winners pop in. You know, you're probably right, Walker Magnet, but in almost a year, that's only the third time we've had anything, and that's the first time anything like that. So, it's a shame to see. I guess some people can't handle freedom. Southern Metal, it's good to see you. Did you find any silver in your last few rolls? I popped over when somebody told me you were still going, and you and Chris were searching a few more rolls, I guess, looking for silver. You had one we banned. I can't find my ban button, Southern Metal. I can't find my ban button. I found my report button and my timeout button and my delete button quickly. But I did not find my ban button. I could not find. Maybe it's the hide button that did it. Yeah, I had two. I assume it was the same guy because it was the same message. But, good Joe. Yeah, next time. That's right. I don't want this to come to violence, but don't mess with us. Okay, then I did ban them, Southern Metal. They gone. It's a hide button. I think it used to say ban or something like that. But it doesn't take much to add a new ID. Cujo's making Spongy dance. Thank you very much, Cujo. It's greatly appreciated, and I'm with you, brother. If we have to put a thumping on somebody, we'll put a thumping on somebody. All right, Paul's going to do some nickels. So let me tell you what I usually do when I hunt nickels, especially in this format. There's a ton of things I could look for in nickels. I've got Rob's newest mat here. Rob Wenzel in the house. It's so good to see Rob Wenzel in the house. Yay, Rob. Scratch and go crazy. Good to see you. Okay, man. 911. Yeah, we're gonna work some nickels. Hudson and I, when we do a box battle, our score sheet is up on the left. Everyone's got their own box battle score sheet. I stole one that Rob and Big Mill and some others used initially. They have tweaked theirs since. It works good for us. Although I never find any proof nickels, they ought to be worth like 1,000,000 points. I think I found 2 or 3 proof nickels like ever, and then I saw Southern Metal, not Foreign Metal, Southern Metal find a proof nickel this week. But I have had politically correct button now. Probably right, Walker Magnet. We couldn't call it banning anyone. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. But I looked for the obvious stuff in a format like this. If I didn't, it would take me forever. So those are the things I'm looking for. I won't be looking for all the varieties, so forgive me. But let's get started on this and see if we can find any goodness. Got a 2020 already and a 2021. Hey, there's our first 1950s. We've got a 1959. I do pull out the 30s, 40s, and 50s just because. Not that they have any great value. That's a 59D. So that's a find in the first roll. We do average over 20 finds in a roll using the format that's on the screen for searching nickels. We do average either a war nickel or a buffalo nickel per box. We found about a half of each per box in over 100 boxes we have searched. This box had a date stamp of 2017 on it. Not sure that will mean anything one way or the other, but I think that it's not possible that that's true since it had a 2020 and a 2021 in it. So I think the box got stamped and not sealed. But otherwise, I'm not sure how these 2020s and 2021s have ended up in my fine, nice 2017 box. I do not know how that could happen. If you're trying to get my attention, please tag me, because I'm going to, especially with nickels, in my vision, I'm going to have my head down in a big way. It does take me a little longer to go through nickels. I love to search nickels, so part of that is that I get into it. And I also get into another 2021, the $50. I mean, when you're finding a $50 box that has goodies in it, there's nothing better. But you all aren't going to be able to see those real super good. I might be able to come down a little bit more. Try to keep those where you can see them. You want to search along. And a few 2020s and a few 2021s. More 2020s and 2021s. Usually the buffalo nickels sneak up on me. I'm watching Southern Metal do it, and I watch Rob do it, and they see all those coins way back in the roll. Guess one, I don't usually look that far back, and two, my vision's not good enough. So I'm usually surprised when I see a buffalo nickel. So if you see one, don't tell me. I don't want to be surprised. I'm just kidding. Would like to find one. Find a buffalo without a date. We will pull out the nickel date and we'll try to figure it out. That bucket out of here. Get that there. Yeah, Rob, if you're okay with that, if you want to send me an email and remind me, Walker Magnet, I'll be glad to send you Rob's address. He approves. Try not to give out anyone's address unless they give me permission. Try to keep you from getting unsolicited, although most of our viewers are pretty good citizens, and then a couple pop in that aren't. Wasn't expecting that tonight, gotta say. Hope everyone has had a good week thus far. I have to say I have had better weeks. It's still ticking, so it ends up good that through an abundance of caution, Hudson and I didn't get together for the stream on Saturday. And I didn't get together with him last week because they were not feeling well. And now all 6 of them have COVID. So Paul is still making a great effort to avoid having COVID. Rob Winslow, I'm going to send you an email. Okay, you need to give Walker back. Okay, thanks, Rob. Thank you. YouTube unsubscribed me from Baseman twice in the past. Don't know why. I had to resubscribe to him 2 times. Wondered who else I got unsubscribed to that I'm not aware of. That's the only one I know of that I got unsubscribed without it being my choice. But Hudson is feeling, well, he doesn't feel very good, but he's not having anything major. But little brother Sawyer, boy, keep little brother Sawyer in your thoughts and prayers, please. 4-year-old Sawyer is running 103 fever tonight and not feeling good at all. Poor little buddy. So mostly concerned for him right now. And I guess they're only 5 for 6 because, well, I guess Rhett was starting to get sick. Rhett was not sick, but I guess he was starting to get sick earlier. So they might be up to 6 for 6. But it hurts Pa's heart for little 4-year-old Sawyer to have 103 fever and be that sick. Hurts my heart. I don't want any of them to be sick, but a little 4-year-old doesn't know why he's sick. He probably still has 10 times as much energy as me, would be my guess. But I guess it's going to slow him down a little bit. So hopefully they have an okay night. To that 59, we have not had any more finds in the rolls as of yet. I think Hudson had 13 finds in that last box until he found his buffalo and his war nickel at the end. We have had boxes with 40 and 50 finds at times. And I was opening nickels on Coinsomniacs earlier last year, and we had nights we were finding 4 or 5 war nickels. But you never know what you're going to find in nickels. What I like about them, you're usually going to find something though. Hello, Cujo. 30 people in the chat. I appreciate you all. I did post an announcement video for Saturday. I'm going to be flying solo, but we are going to do at least 8 boxes. Each donator gets 2 boxes, but the second box I open for them, I'm just going to edge search. Otherwise, we would be there for a gazillion years. But I won't be looking for the varieties in that box unless one just rears its ugly head right in front of me. Hopefully we have some good finds again like we did last Saturday. Picked up 10 more boxes on Wednesday. They came in early again. Luckily Paul was operating early because I didn't sleep. I drove by, I was on my way to dump coins at the other bank, and I saw the Loomis truck at my pickup bank. So I got to do it all on one trip, which was nice. And it was still 90 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning. Not a big fan of this heat, gotta say. One thing I would usually be checking for is the 2005 Kansas Bison. Looking for the speared bison. I have a real hankering to find one of those because I have not yet. Shiny coins, 2019s, 2020s, 21s, which is amazing, out of a box that was stamped 2017. 1960, by a 2021. Yeah, this heat has been pretty hot. It has. Nasty. Well, Rob, I'm glad your new job is going well. That's great. I'm glad you love it. The 5 a.m. stuff, if you're like me, I got up for 20 some years working at Walmart, trying to be there by 5:30. And I can't say I ever got to the point where I liked it. I got used to it, but I never liked it. Here's one of those Kansas Bisons. I don't know it's the right one, but it was sitting there and it didn't have the spear. It doesn't matter. A lot of 2020s in this roll. I'm ready for another find. Ready for another find. I might have found another find. An 87. I thought that was a 57. Darn well. Hey, Nicole Wendell, it's great to see you, my friend. How are those kiddos doing? Keeping you busy, I guess. Keeping you busy. Miss you and Rob. We all got spoiled during COVID, and I had my great moderators all the time. We were all locked down and couldn't go out in the real world and do things. But I miss the squad. Miss the squad now that we've all got real life things that we have to do. trying to find some goodness in a nickel box tonight. Paul has not opened a nickel box in forever. Watched Hudson open one last week, or week before last. He and Max opened several when they were here. But Paul has not had his grubby hands on a nickel box in quite a while. Oh, John Jacob, the idiots. People don't have anything better to do than to go spam late night chats. Don't understand. They would like to meet and discuss it. I would be happy. My address is not hard to find. Just come on over, boys. Come on over. We can discuss it in person. So, spammers. Nobody needs that nonsense. What I liked the one night is that we had a spammer like that did it through a super chat. And they were not happy when I kept the super chat and banned them. Figured that was just tuition. Sometimes in life we have to pay a little tuition to learn a lesson. And that's what they did that evening. That is what they did. I think we're on roll 11, but I couldn't swear to it. First Coinsomniacs I've done this week. It's good to see everybody. Appreciate you popping in, being patient with me this week as we work through some things. One of the worst things about the 2020s and 2021s being in here is having to look at them because they have that look occasionally of a proof. And they're just shiny new coins, they can't help themselves. But they're taking slots up in my box and rolls of older stuff I would rather be looking at. Yes, even you 1964s, teasing me with your patina. We have found one lonely 1959 is all we have found thus far. We need more. I was hunting since when that person started the baloney. I had looked down for a second and then saw it pretty quick. So I think I got him pretty quick, but we just don't need that. Silly people. Hopefully by reporting on YouTube we'll find them and zap their accounts. It could be another temporary fix, but if there's anybody that's got any kind of real channel out there, track them down and put the wampums on them. Bologna sounds good, doesn't it? Southern Metal. I love bologna. Can't eat it anymore. but I love it. When we go deer hunting, was our favorite thing. We had a smoke shop, and they had bologna and cheese sandwiches. We would go up there for lunch. Ideally, drop off a deer as well, because they're processed deer. We would get a big old thick bologna and cheese sandwich. Good stuff. Hey, we gotta find 1946. And I don't see a mint mark. 46p. Good to have another find though. Find about 25 more in this box. Would be alright. At one point, I searched all of my older nickels for heirs and varieties that would be worth any money, and dumped everything that wasn't all at once. Had to be hundreds of 40s and 50 nickels. Figuring that was going to end up in somebody's box. And they were going to have a heyday of fun with it. I didn't think it might come back to me someday, which would be a good thing in a box battle versus Hudson. But I have not seen them. We do have 50 some boxes of nickels in the house. So they could be here and I just don't know it. It is possible. Gina, good to see you. We did the same. Chris and I had kept a couple thousand 40s, 50s nickels to fill our album and we deposited them all at once. Yeah. That's what I did, Southern Metal. I don't know how many tubes it was. It was a silly number. It was a silly number. AC is struggling. Oh no, Walker Magnet. Without AC, I'd have no chance at sleep. Goodness, knock on wood, our AC is hanging in even with this heat. A lot of people are spending some money on AC repairs right now. And we're usually good for 1 or 2 calls a year to the AC guy, because we've got 3 different units, heat pumps, one on each floor. Hey, there's another find. What do we got here? 49? 1949 P 49P. Had that been an S, that would have been a semi-key date. But it was not. But we'll take a 49P. And so long, I had to look down at the sheet. I knew 49 meant something. I knew it meant something. We do find 49 S's too. We do find them. Another find. How about a 1954? Be our third find. It is a D, 54D. We got 4 finds. Box is warming up. One thing I notice about nickels is typically one side or the other of the box would be much better than the other side. Don't know why. My best nickel today is a 42D, not silver. Well, you can find a silver. You do find a lot of war nickels. We do find a lot of war nickels. So, see, with the Wrangler in here, she was wanting to hear my golf story. Southern Meadow was talking about golf with Baseman, and the current president of the PGA of America is a guy named Jim Richardson, and Jim was on my high school golf team. He was a couple years younger than me. He was a really little guy at that time to hit the ball dead straight, but couldn't hit it real super far. And it was actually his idea. They started a tradition that the underclassmen would serve as caddies for the seniors when we played the state junior. So Jim and I got along really good, and Jim carried my bag as a caddy in the Missouri State Junior in what would have been 1982. So I can actually say that in the 1982 Missouri State Junior, the president of the PGA, future president of the PGA of America, was my caddy. I can also say that in that tournament, one of the other participants was John Daly, who hailed from, it's a 1957 B. He hailed from the Jefferson City, Missouri area, and he was in the state junior. He also was he was 1 year younger than me, I think. And I beat John Daly in the state junior. So, didn't know then, we had a caddy that ended up being the president of the PGA and competing against somebody that went on to win a couple of majors. So that's pretty sweet. That's my golfing claim to fame from the high school days. But the Richardson family, all of them, just super good people, and all of them very smart and very successful in life. Hey, Paul just got in the car from a night dig, got a Wheatie and silver ring. Maybe that'll be in my next video. Cool, Ringmaster Ray, that's awesome. So, Mitty, whoa, that's crazy, Paul. John Daly's my favorite golfer. How could anyone not love the guy? True story. My family, besides immediate, is in Missouri. Well, Stephanie, I grew up in northeast Missouri in a little town called Kirksville. A college there that was Northeast Missouri State that turned into Truman State University, got renamed. But I did not play in the same group with John Daly at that tournament, but I did play with him in the same group in another tournament. There's a 1959, and I do have a John Daly story that's really not that hard to believe. One that I can tell. Probably have a John Daly story or two I can't tell from high school. Never knew him. Only knew him from playing in golf tournaments competitively in high school, and then playing in local golf tournaments, scrambles and such. But I was playing with him in a tournament in Columbia, Missouri, and he was not hitting the ball well that day. And we were playing slow, and we were on a hole where he decided, which was really against the rules, but he teed up a ball and turned around to hit it the other direction than the course, trying to hit it over the highway. And he had not hit a real good drive all day long. And he teed that ball up, and he swung at it, and he killed it. I mean, he killed it. He was probably either 16 or 17 at the time. Nicole Wenzel, did I miss your birthday? Was today your birthday? Happy birthday either way, Nicole. That is awesome. Daly hit this ball. It made it over the highway. It bounced in the road, the driveway of an old-time car repair shop filling station on the other side of the highway. Bounced a second time in their parking lot and broke the window in the front of the filling station. So we kind of scurried around and finished our round after that. I don't know how many holes we had left, but when we got done, there were police in the parking lot. We just kind of got on our golf bus. No one ever asked me any questions about it, so I don't know what happened after that. I do know he broke that window, and it was a heck of a drive in the wrong direction, and that is a true story. Strike me with lightning if it's not true. Good to see you, Greg Lee. So he was a little ornery even back then, Little Middle. Got another find, a 1954. Is a 54D. That is our seventh find. The box is starting to pick up. Last Thursday. Oh, I'm sorry I missed it, Nicole. Darn it. I'm shopping on Rob's site. Well, buy lots of good stuff, Stephanie. Buy lots of good stuff. Another find. We've got another find. 1940. That's our oldest. That's our oldest. We've got a 1940B. We're up to 8 finds. Starting to get some finds. Nothing fabulous yet. Lots of shiny 2020s and 2021s. More 2020s though than 2021s. So Metal, I don't think you were on here yet, but I got my mug in that I added through the OBS merchandise site you sent me. I went ahead and bought one of everything that I was planning on listing, and I didn't want to sell anything without seeing it, and the only way to see it was to buy one yourself. So I bought one of everything, and the mug came like 2 days later, so I showed it off. So I appreciate you sharing that information with me. Nickel down, nickel down. I need a box with a 1950 Ringmaster Ray. Also, John Daly is like Babe Ruth of golf to me, drinking beer, eating hot dogs during the game, and man, could he hit it. He could hit it. The difference between me and him was that he got better, evidently, after or during high school, and Paul kind of plateaued. He kind of came from nowhere in that PGA to win it. It was really cool. I was certainly rooting for him. But I've got a feeling the drinking beer part was part of his high school golf workout as well. It's a 1958D, another find. Always hope to run into Daly at one of these charity golf events or something around him, because he's got Arkansas roots and he's in the area. He's got courses that he has designed in the area. That's another 1950. 1958 again, and to remind him of the gas station story. Because I'm real curious to find out the part of the story I don't know, which is what happened. I'm assuming the police were looking for the golfer that did that. But never run into him. He was never at any of the... We always had Walmart golf events at shareholders where we played with the Wall Street folks, and we would have different charity events at our Supplier of the Year stuff, and we'd have different pros come in that would hit a tee shot for your foursome for money for charity, and rub elbows with everybody. But he was never there. We had Nancy Lopez hit tee shots to the Island Green on our nicest golf course here, and she hit one for our team and flew the ball in the hole, and it popped out and rolled about 20 feet back down the hill from the hole, and the four of us all missed the putt and didn't even birdie after she flew it in the hole, and she was razzing us from the tee. We had the Walrus, Craig, what's the Walrus's name? Craig W. Craig, I cannot remember. He drives on a par 4 trying to drive the green for each foursome, and he did for us, put the ball 3 foot through the hole, and we made an eagle based on his shot. I think his last name begins with an S, now that I think about it. Stadler? I mean Stadler. Craig Stadler? That seems right. Nichols, what a night to be late, the Tool Freak. Yeah, I decided to do Nichols. All John Daly's golf courses have a beer cooler on each team and hot dogs at the greens. Probably. He designed the course up near where we were over in Grove, Oklahoma, just north of there. His name is associated with the casino, and he designed the course, and he's there. It's at Seneca. I played that golf course. Got a feeling as a pro-am partner you would have some fun playing with David. Is a rat so big? You bench pressures a rat just for fun. This will be roll 25. This will put us halfway through this box of nickels. We got hot there for a while. We've got 10 finds, I think. It's not bad for half a nickel box. We don't have any great finds. But we got 10 finds in the 40s and 50s. It's not bad. We average something over 20. I'd have to look back and see. We've done over 100 nickel boxes, and love to open nickel boxes. It's just been a while. I'll need more spare time. I got to do nickels occasionally just for recreation. But Hudson and I have been filling books, a nickel book, since we started this hobby, and we have every nickel other than a 39D and a 50D. Those are the two we need, and we've opened over 100 boxes and have not found those two. I did buy all the proofs, because we just don't find proofs. So I bought the proofs. Everything else in it we have found, except I think John Jacobs might have given us a 38D, 38 something. We're bound to determine to find those last two, that 39D and the 50D. I'd be a very happy camper if I found one of those. We will do a giveaway tonight, but it won't be a 50D or a 39D if we happen to find them. Paul will have to keep those, because that could complete our nickel book. But we want to find them. Hudson's bound to determine that he's going to find them. I don't care which one of us find them, as long as we find them. I figure there's a good chance they're in the house right now. We just haven't opened that box. We have found, I think, 5 or 6 V-nickels now. Hudson was ahead of me 2-0, but then I opened on Coinsomniacs. I have found V-nickel twice on Coinsomniacs. That's always fun, because that doesn't happen very often. There is a bill me later function on PayPal now, Stephanie. I've not used it, but there is a something does pop up occasionally that's a bill me later, and I think that's part of PayPal credit. Oh, by the way, Southern Metal, that message I got from PayPal I thought might be phishing, that said I owed $1.08. I did end up owing them $1.08 for insufficient postage. It took it like a week to show up on PayPal to where I could do anything about it. But after I reported it as a possible spoof, I got a note back that it was real, and that if I would go to PayPal, I could settle my debt, my big $1.08 debt that I had. So I was glad to find out that that was not, boy, that was a weird looking 2005 Bison. I was glad that I wasn't phished. I changed my password anyway, but it was a real deal. So if you get a note that you've underpaid postage if you use PayPal, Could be the real thing because mine was. Why they didn't take it out of the balance in PayPal and just pay it, I don't know. But I was glad to find out it was a real thing. Alright, Southern Metal, we need to make sure we don't auction at the same time. I'm going to do an auction too because I have delayed mine twice now. And some of my stuff I had bought that was new and relevant is no longer new and hopefully still somewhat relevant. But I had bought some rounds that had just come out that now everyone else has auctioned. Worst case scenario, they end up in Hudson's collection. Which is where a lot of my stuff for auctions ends up going anyway. I've just learned now to buy an extra one. There's certain things that he is going to just absolutely take. Glad when he is well and back over here adding to his collection. Have a ton of stuff that I bought from my coin dealer, lots of coins from the 1800s, full Benji, weedy, V-nickel albums, etc., and I need to get rid of them. Cool, Southern Metal. Most of my next auction is going to be medieval, ancient stuff that is either, I've got several BC coins and I've got several 94 or 64 to 286 AD silver denarius that are in, you can see very good the emperor. Although Paul tried really hard to identify the emperors, and Paul does not obtain such skill with my eyesight. Paul spent 5 hours. 5 hours with a little case of ADD trying to identify one emperor because he's so clear on the coin. I can see letters, and I never did figure out who he is. Someone else is going to have to figure it out. But I've got that. I've got some large cents, 2-cent pieces, 3-cent pieces, trimes. I've got a lot of colorized novelty coins that will be up in the next auction. And I have several rounds that I had that we'll see if there's still interest in them. But I have seen them on several auctions since I bought them, so there may or may not be. I've got them all organized. I just have to get them in order and film a video and decide when I'm doing it. But good luck with your auction, Southern Metal. I hope you do well. I try hard to find stuff that I think people will have never seen before, not have in their collection. Maybe heard of but don't have, like the half cents or large cents. The Roman silver denarius and stuff like that, I find really cool. We got 20 rolls left. Also have 2 C.C. Morgans. Awesome, Southern Metal. I do not have a C.C. Morgan. Hudson wants me to get him a C.C. Morgan in a bad way. We looked at some at Grove, and we did not find one that was what Paul wanted to pay for one. So he ended up with his really nice V-nickel. And V-nickel's his favorite anyway, but he wants a CC Morgan. So Paul is going to have to, the next coin show we're at, I'm going to have to find a CC Morgan, or maybe at the Southern Metal Auction. Paul has been known to occasionally buy something on an auction. I've got a, what do I have coming? I have something coming for Hudson from the Teacher 1388 auction that I bought. Should probably remember what that is. But I don't off the top of my head. I was going to buy the Chad coin that was the Hatch Pterodactyl, but it ended up going too long in the second day, and I was streaming, didn't get a chance to buy it. Little Middle, I love bicentennial quarters. I mean, I think the reverse on a bicentennial quarter is one of the best designed coins out there. And I have run onto some colorized sets of bicentennial that I really like. I can't say that I'm a huge fan of the bicentennial half. I like the quarter a lot better. But when we were doing quarters, I kept every bicentennial quarter I found. Every single one of them. I don't know if they're worth anything, but I like them. $1963 right next to two 2020s. But I know, like Tiny Numismatics loves the bicentennial halves. Drink. Ah, cool, Ringmaster Ray. Yeah, I did donate some money, Southern Metal, but I did actually buy something also day two from Teacher's Auction. I bid against myself and bid myself up to $500 and then donated an item back that you then bought and donated back, that then somebody else then bought and donated back. And I think we raised over $1,000 on that item. Some Poseidon deal, but I did buy something. I thought about buying the Batmobile that he had up. I didn't get that. We got a 1941. Been a while since we had a find. A 1941, and I don't see a mint mark. But we'll take a 1941. It's our second oldest coin that we have found in this nickel hunt. But I don't remember, for the life of me, what I bought. Like I said, I was going to buy that Hatch Pterodactyl. It became obvious I wasn't going to get that because it wasn't going to happen quick enough. And I don't remember what the other thing I bought was. Another 1959. D. Yeah, I got a note it had been shipped, so it should be here. As a matter of fact, I didn't get the mail today. It could be here now. Teacher sent me an email that he had shipped it. So I'll know soon. I told Hudson about it, told him it was coming, told him it was for him. Which probably means it's a Marvel something. Probably means it's a Marvel something. But I don't remember what it was. It's probably a Neoway Marvel. because Hudson loves his Marvel stuff. But it was helping teacher and it was getting something Hudson would like. And that one I actually kept. He's had a few different rules on his auction than what you were implementing when you were running at Southern Meadow. I kind of like the day one rules better. I'm not a big fan of the sniping thing. The sniping thing kind of became a sore topic at the end. But I didn't get sniped. And that wasn't anything I needed that bad, it wouldn't have mattered. I didn't need any of it. But it was fun. Yeah, that's what I wanted, little middle. That's what I want. Was it a raptor? I thought it was a Tyrannosaurus. But if it was a raptor that hatched, it was called the hatched Chad coin, I think is what it was. I intended to purchase that. It went for $350, which is a lot more than what it's worth, but I wanted that. I did go look it up. Didn't know the person that bought it. But I had never seen those before. It's on my radar now. Ooh, maybe we've got a 1942. I'm sure all 30 of you know that 42 was the first year, the end of the year, they started making the war nickels. Could this be a 35% war nickel? Could it be? No, it's not. It is a 42p, I believe. Not a war nickel. That's unfortunate. Thought we might have our first. No go. Just a teaser. So the 42, some of them are war nickels that are silver and some of them are not. And that was not. I need to get a dump bucket and my nickels. You all need to watch your ears because this is going in an empty bucket. This is going to be noisy. Not too bad. You want a 2021 Neoway $2 1 ounce Star Wars. That's right, it was Star Wars Millennium Falcon. Thank you, Southern Metal, because Hudson likes Star Wars too. That is absolutely what I bought. The Star Wars Millennium Falcon. That is headed for Hudson's collection. Thank you. Well, I couldn't think of it. I was trying to think Marvel, and I went Star Wars. I went Star Wars. I had never seen that coin before either. You gotta like the Millennium Falcon. Hudson and I, when Hudson was 4, he loved Star Wars. And we bought and put together some Legos. The big Legos that he's got. And I thought that would fit perfectly with that. Keep it up. Stephanie, thank you for the super sticker. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much. The 2021 Chad Velociraptor hatching egg 2 ounce went for $350 to War Machine. Yeah, I'm not familiar with War Machine. I did see it had gone for $350, which is more than it's listed for, but was within what we were willing to pay. And I thought that was a really cool coin. Thank you, John Jacobs. That was planned for our collection. And Southern Metal, the coin I was going to bid myself up on to help out Teacher was going to be the 1974D DDO that Baseman found for Teacher. But then all of a sudden, Raven and Coinsense was going to have to leave, and they were going to end the auction before you stepped in to save it. So I made my play on that Poseidon coin that Teacher had built the display piece with. But the 74D DDO was listed with a $0 starting bid, and I thought that was going to be a perfect coin for me to bid way up. And it ended up getting added into some other lot, I guess. And you did an awfully good job, Southern Metal, and did a good thing stepping in. I figured when you stepped in, you guys were going to go for the night. And I popped off at some point and went to go back, and you guys were gone. And I found out the Teacher's back had been bothering him, because I knew Southern Metal wasn't going to stop. It was on. I thought it might go all night. You did a really good job. So good for you. Good on you for stepping in and donating your time. Because doing that from with not being in the same place as the person auctioning was not the easiest thing in the world to coordinate. But it was cool for you to do it. But I actually think probably ending it when y'all did might have been a good thing, because I mean, there was some coin fatigue, I think, all last weekend after that, because people spent a lot of time on that auction, and it seemed like the other streams after that were a little light. I think people needed to recharge for the next day. Unfortunately, it fell onto our live stream, the second half of the second half. We watched part of it, made a purchase. Hudson was gonna be here, and we're gonna watch it together, and had some stuff we wanted to buy. That's when we made the call, because of him not feeling good, that we probably shouldn't get together. And since he ended up getting diagnosed with COVID, as well as his entire family this week, that was a good decision. Tyler Evans in the house. Got my email was from Mad Tyler. I did get your email, Tyler Evans. I did. And I got everything shipped out on Tuesday. The stuff from the Coinsomniacs, the stuff from the Sunday stream, I got everything shipped out Tuesday. So it should start arriving some places today or tomorrow. I did get an email from someone today asking about the prize they won on Coinsomniacs last week they hadn't got. Oh, and I got an email from Stephanie that she got her Southern Metal 1500 subscriber River of No Return coin. I think I got that email today, as a matter of fact, Stephanie, if you're still here. said you were giving it to either your nephew or your grandson. I forget, but that is so cool. Aberkurt, he did. He ended up getting what he needed, and I saw a post on RFT, I think. What is today? I think it was last night. Or maybe I got an email from teacher, I forget, but said his house was moving along and getting close to being done. So I am assuming from what I read that the everything is moving forward, which is great. Alright, let's find something good. Let's find something good. Nickels. Seen some older looking ones in this, but I'm not finding anything good. Yeah, John Jacobs, he did get some donations as well that weren't as part of the auction, so that's good. From what I saw, everyone was very, very, very generous. Whether it was their time, their money, their support, everyone was very, very supportive of him, which is good. This coin community is kind of that way. It's kind of that way. Hudson and I were glad to be able to help out a little bit. I saw lots of people step into the plate. And Baseman done lost his mind during the bidding, although I think he got a great buy on a penny book. Baseman, I don't know if you're here, but Baseman he got under his mattress and he was digging out some folding money that had some moths coming out with it, and the Baseman was hammering down growing the collection. I'm anxious for Baseman to get his stuff and show it off. Hey, we got another find. We got another find. What is it? A 51. It is a 51p maybe. I think the 51S. I believe it's a 51S. My 16-year-old car is like your truck now. The AC. Oh no, Southern Metal. Oh no. I can tell you that is not a good thing. They're still waiting on a $200 part to fix mine. Still. And it is. I took my dogs for a ride the other day because they wanted to do something. And my dogs were panting. I took bottled water and a little bowl and was giving them drinks in my car, but my dogs both looked at me like, we don't want to go for a ride with you anymore without air conditioning. It was not the fun experience that they had come to know with the 100 degree heat, 90% humidity we've had going on this week. It was not pleasant. I did meet a nice lady at the bank this week when I was doing my coin dump. I was dumping into the change sorter, and I stopped and cashed out so she could dump in. And she had the money in a way it would have been impossible to buy from her. But she had 17 clad Eisenhowers that her and her husband had received when they got married 38 years ago. And these clad Eisenhowers were in great shape. So I bought her clad Eisenhowers at face value, because we give away clad Eisenhowers in our Hudson's Collector's Kits. So that was nice. We got 17 nice clad Eichs. Unfortunately, none of them were silver. And the machine didn't spit anything out. I had her check the reject jar. So, and it usually spits out silver if you try to put it in there. Not always. Another find, 1957 D. But it's always interesting. I got to start taking some more stickers with me when I'm doing my coin dumps, because I always end up with conversations with people now that the banks are open again, explaining what we do. And there's a new guy at the post office this week that has started. Not a young guy, so he's changed post offices. But I took all our packages in to ship. He asked what we did, and I told him. And when I went back this week and saw him again, he said he had subscribed to our channel and watched several of our videos and liked them. That he was a coin collector and had been for many years. So I gave him our phone number. So I made a contact. That was pretty cool. Got an email from 69 SD Bullion that they had shipped my next 10 gold 2.5 gram bars, and they put their shipping window in as 5 to 20 days, which is real specific. How you can possibly take 20 days to ship something from Florida, Arkansas. We've got 5 rolls left. I was making a run to a bank 20 minutes away, and it was 95 degrees outside. Oh, brutal, yeah, Southern Metal, that's what I've been dealing with. It's just awful. Well, what's the sweet find? Yeah, face value Clad Ikes is a good deal. Because the place I usually buy them from, $2 an Ike, a Clad Ike. I did get lucky at one point, and I found somebody in Vegas that had a bunch of uncirculated ones from a casino that I was able to buy for like $1.75, and I wish I'd have bought more, but I didn't. I just started and hadn't learned enough. I wish I'd have bought them all. But yeah, I liked it, face value. I liked it. Even though it was only 17, I liked it. And she had kept those, they had kept that on the nightstand in their bedroom. Almost got into too much information. But the nightstand in their bedroom, for the 38 years they had been married, because it was a gift from people at their wedding. I didn't ask if it was like to dance with the bride or one person or what, but pretty cool story to go along with it. Watch your ears. There's a new manager coming on board at the main club I play. He keeps a lucky Morgan dollar in his pocket. I think we'll get along well. Hey, Opus. First off, good to see you. And second, that is cool. That is cool. Jack Gallman, hello. Sorry I've missed people as you come in. All sorts of nickels. I got to keep my head down. Got to keep my head down. And pay attention. The old eyesight just isn't what it used to be. The week before that, Treasure Hog, I don't know if Treasure Hog's still here or not, but Treasure Hog did all the heavy lifting and dumped all the coins for me, and we had a lady, a nice, very nice lady, customer at the bank that came over, and I thought we were going to talk about coins, and she wanted to talk about buckets, because I finally have bought these 5-gallon buckets that have the rope handle, and they have twice as much plastic in them. And I have like 10 or 12 of them now. She's like, where did you get your buckets? I need those for gardening. All my buckets break. JT mode, unless you could buy it off Avid, Kurt, it is not available. If we do a 5th box, if Paul is running ahead of schedule and we decide to do a 5th box, 5th and 6th box, that is available. No one has, and you don't have to pay for that right now, but if someone would tell me they want it, if we're going to do it and they're going to be there, by myself, I don't know exactly how long it's going to take with me just edge searching the 2nd box for the donators. I know I edge search a box in about 15 minutes. So that part's going to go quick, and we're starting at 3. But I don't know if I'm going to have time to add a 5th or not. We'll probably make that decision about halfway through on Saturday. But the 4th box is accounted for. The 4th, I guess the 4th box is the 7th and 8th box. Boy, there is a nice 1959. There is a nice 1959. It is clean. Not as like having been cleaned. I might have to check the book on that one. That's a nice 59. It's a 59D. That is a pretty one. It is a pretty one. I can get $1,000 in Ikes at the bank for face. I picked up $250 so far, just didn't know what to do with them. Ties up money I could use on boxes. Well, Ringmaster Ray, you could sell them on eBay. You could sell them on eBay at $1.50 each, probably real quickly. You've got to calculate in your fees and shipping. And $1.50 would be a better price than anything on eBay right now. You could probably sell them closer to $2 each. I don't know, Southern Metal, what you're having to give for Ike's Atlanta way. I know you get better deals than I do in the big city. But if you're buying Ike's at face value, you're making money. Matter of fact, if you've got a coin shop around you, you could probably sell them to the coin shop and make money. Well, I know you could. If you're buying them at face, I know you could make money. Might not be there with a higher mover coins, but Ike's at face value you make more money than you make in the bank in a savings account for sure. Once per time, my coin shop sells me clad Ikes for face value. Really? All right. There you go. Paul's up here paying too much for them. You have to look it up on eBay, but I don't think you can buy them for under $1.70 each on eBay right now. At times, Paul wishes he lived in a bigger town. Although, Mike, hey, there's a 2009. I think it is a 2009. You don't keep them unless they're gorgeous, and that's a pretty nice 2009. But it's a find. We had a 2009D. Keith from Coin Crew over in Grove has quoted me prices that are much better than Paul has had to pay locally. My guy charges 28x because he can. But Paul stopped buying from there. Kind of never started buying from there. But Apmex finally lowered their prices again. They're not back where they should be, but they're lower than where they've been. They're more in the 22x range, which one of Paul's downsides is Arkansas. Oh, by the way, that was the last roll. We do have a loose coin in the box. Let's see what the loose coin is. The loose coin was on 88. Arkansas is one of the states that is still taxing precious metals. So I have to pay 10% tax on all the coins and silver I buy. Now that goes away in September, which is going to be very nice to have that go away. Yeah, those 5-ounce ATBs, Southern Metal, and you may get them a lot cheaper down there, but without a protective capsule, without the box, not as much, but you can't buy them for under $175. I mean, you just can't. I love those 5-ounce ATBs too. Oh, 150 stealing Southern Metal. You should have bought it. That's melt. Well, it's not melt. It's $30 an ounce, but 150. That's what you're paying for 5-ounce silver out of a lot of these sites. All right, so we're going to put these on the board. 150. That's a good deal on an ATB. You know, everyone and their dog posted a video when silver got over $30 and said how it was going to 50 and buy more and everything, and I don't think I've seen a video since silver got down in the 24 range there for a couple days. I did purchase some. Got my stacks mixed. Darn it, Paul. Gotta separate my 40s and 50s out. Maybe it's good I don't live closer to a place that sells stuff cheaper. I would have more inventory than I do. Those are all 50s. One of these has 40s in it. Must be the last one I'm going to look at. 57, 42, 41, 40, 49. Alright, I found 5 40s. So let me get my nickel sheet up and I will share with you as I update my sheet. Found coins, there it is. Go to nickels. Alright, now let me go to share this so you can see it. As usual, we've got no proofs, no vehicles, no Buffaloes of War, 1 2009, no 30s, 5 40s, 10 50s, 11 50s, 11 50s, and no war. So we found 17. That's not bad, it's not great. We found that one area of the box was very, very hot. And then it went cold again. So, that's go back down here. Let me put these away. I do want to check that 59 against my book, because it is a beauty. So we put that over there. I'm not going to keep these others. I will return them into freedom. Now the question is, are we going to do another box? Are we going to do some handfuls of pennies? Are we going to go to bed? What do you want to do? I want to find a 71S peg leg Ike. I'm not familiar with that one, Ringmaster Ray. That's something I need to be looking for. I should have been looking for it. We've given away several hundred. Yeah, Ikes are 71 to 78, I believe, is the years. JT Mode would like to know if you have any ATBs available. I don't, Patrick Johnson. I gave my last one away on Coinsomniacs last week when we were celebrating Southern Metal's 1,500 subscribers. I have some ATBs, but they're all in Hudson's collection. We don't have any that are available. The last nickel box last week was about half 2021s. Ouch. Ouch. I do plan on getting some more ATBs, Patrick, and as they get the price calculated into the closer to the price that silver is right now, I plan to buy some, but that has not translated down yet. All right. I'll have to take your word for it. I haven't felt you. So, I am going to go use the restroom, and then y'all decide if you want to do another nickel box, or if you want me to grab some handfuls of pennies out of the loose pennies that my brother got from the school event. You may not have all heard that story, but my brother's wife, so my sister-in-law, is a teacher in North Missouri, and they had a fundraising event where they had the kids and the go out and raid their parents and grandparents' penny jars, supposedly asking permission to bring money in to raise for charity. And when they did this and they got them all counted, my brother wrote a check for them, and it was $550 worth of loose pennies that I've got. One teacher rolled them, but they're sitting in these all kinds of different jars on my floor down here, and he bought them for me. I didn't even know this was happening. I paid him for them, and he brought them down over 4th of July. So I've got all these loose pennies to search. We could go through some of those. In one of the buckets, he and Hudson kind of played around with the top of it because they saw something, and they got a quarter and a Boy Scout pin out of the top of that bucket. So you all decide. Hey, Nova Sky, good to see you. If we want to go through some cents, or if you want to go through another box of nickels, and I'll be back in a minute. Gatorade, some more water. Let's see. Love me some Sims. Kids laughed at me until I showed them PCGS auctions. For some reason I thought my unit had the nickname of the Red Devils. Maybe the Italians gave them. Could be. Yeah, I don't have any ATBs right now other than in Hudson's collection, and that would just get me in trouble. I'm going to check out this peg leg thing, Ringmaster Ray. I'm going to learn something. Alright, so I didn't see a lot of feedback one way or the other. But I'm interested to see what might be in some of these scent jars. So, let me grab one of them. Let me grab one of them. Ooh. Let me just grab the biggest one. How I'm going to show this to you guys. Let's see. That is a very, very large jug. Very large. You can see. Not cheese balls. I see a roll of dimes. I'm assuming it is dimes. A roll of dimes, we'll start with that. Got a bag of broken pennies. Let's just take that bag out. What is that? Another bag in there. A bag of cents. Got a roll of something. Got a roll of nickels. Hey, we'll look at a roll of nickels. There's a roll of something. Roll of cents. Take that out. We've got a quarter. I think it's a quarter. It is a quarter. And I'm assuming they counted these all at face value. Another roll of dimes in there. There is just no telling what is going to be in with the cheese balls. I bet there's a 43 copper in there. Opus, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Put these on the floor. I can tell you that the cheese ball jar of cents is heavy and it's only half full. It is only half full. Let me get set back up here. I'm not going to change mats. I won't look for varieties right now. I'll look for most varieties anyway. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got a roll of dimes. Pa hates dimes. Now if I find a silver one, I won't hate them. But my eyes hate dimes. Let's see what dimes we might have. And there's no telling. I told you where these came from. They came from Brashear, Missouri, to raise money for some charity deal they had. So let's check out, if I can see them, we're going to check out these dimes. First, I see some older looking ones. Ooh, it's a 1966. Not quite silver, but not far away. With a 67. I can put you closer to this. There's a mystery coin. Mystery coin. 1990. Oh, a 66. See, that's Paul's eyes. I saw 1990 and it was a 66. We may see a silver dime in here. We may find a silver dime. What in the world do we have here? $2012. That's not going to do anything for us. It's supposed to be nothing cents, and I grabbed the roll of dimes. It just intrigued me. When Hudson and I did search dimes, we did find some silver ones. 2000. It's just that I can't see the darn things. And he doesn't love searching them. 7, 72. I thought maybe somebody had donated a new roll of dimes, but at least these are a mix of years. Some older dates in them. 71. 77. Well, this is going to be a potpourri. We found a quarter, a roll of dimes, a roll of nickels. Mystery 2017. Raid. Greg Stiffner, good to see you. Jeff Smith, hello. Jeff Smith, Silver Squad Raid. Thanks for coming in, greatly appreciated. We are looking through some coins. Chris Beck, good to see you. Mrs. Big Silver Stacker. There's Treasure Hog, Nova Sky. Joe S., good evening. This is my brother's wife in northern Missouri at the school last year had a fundraiser where the kiddos were supposed to go raid their parents and grandparents' penny jars. And they brought it all in and they had raised $550. And my brother bought it. And I bought them from him, and he brought them down over 4th of July, so I just got them. And I haven't had a chance to go through any of them. I know that Hudson found a Boy Scout badge in one of them. Not sure what a Boy Scout badge is going for these days, but that's an interesting find. And it appears that it's more than just cents, because I found a roll of dimes, a roll of nickels, a quarter, some rolls of pennies, and some loose pennies. I've not found a silver dime yet, but we found some older ones. There's a 69. Alright, well, that's our roll of dimes. And we did find our quarter was a Ozark 2017. So, well, see what the roll of nickels have. Let's check out this roll of cents. See what it might have. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. This is Coinsomniacs. Never know for sure. Oh, I think these are new. That side looks sealed. These all might be newer cents. No, they're not. Not a lot of copper in there though. see what we find. So 2009, Lincoln on the Log. We'll throw that one over there. And I am not going to take the time to search all the varieties tonight because we would be here for months. Well, 75 copper to 79. I will keep all the coppers out of these. Hoping to find some Wheaties. Don't know if they've been cherry picked or not. If Grandma and Grandpa just said go take everything and the teachers just rolled them up and didn't cherry pick. I have no idea. Well, there's copper. It's a good sign that they didn't cherry pick everything. Greg Stillner, good to see you. Brian Rollins in the house. All right, let's take a look at what is in this baggie. A freezer bag with a bunch of loose scents in it. I've got a note. We've got a note. Miss Cason, kindergarten. That, so we need to know if we need to thank Miss Cason or not. We'll know here shortly. Miss Cason can provide us all kinds of copper. All kinds of copper. We're going to gain some copper. 64 copper. 74, 63, birth year, copper, copper, copper. Not seeing any Wheaties as of yet. 60s. Southern Metal, this doesn't match the bags you're pulling out of the banks and searching. I think you've had pretty good luck with those, but I am intrigued that there's no telling what I might drag out of here. Especially if we already found a Boy Scout badge, a Boy Scout pin. I haven't seen said Boy Scout pin. Don't know where it resides. Another 61. Look for these. See what we come across. What's copper? Lots of copper. Weedyless. Weedyless. True, John Jacobs. Just to protect from the dirtiness. So let's go for the bag inside the bag. Let's see here. That handful wasn't overly productive. And there could be all kinds of varieties I didn't find. Who knows? Let's take a look at these and see what we might have here. Lots of copper. I'm going to just look for Wheaties and older for now. I'm going to search these for varieties eventually. Hey, we've got our first Wheatie. We've got our first Wheatie. Oh, is it going to be a mystery Wheatie? No. We've got a 1945, I think. Maybe a 43. It's a 43. Is that my copper 43 I'm looking for? Is the copper 45? Well, we're going to have to look closer at it because it is not magnetic. Paul is rooting for it to be a 43. I'm going to have to make that bigger because it's probably going to be a 1945. Otherwise, you're going to see Paul dance. And it is a 45, I believe. It is a 45. Now, I'm going to shrink that back down into its hole. That would have been fun. That would have been fun. And I'm going to have to put my darker background in. I don't like to show up. Scents just don't like to show up on this. There it is, 1945 all day long, but we've got our first Wheatie. We got a 1945. We'll take it. It's not Wheaties at the ratio of a mom and pop box, but we got one. It means there's at least some in here. And where there's some, you never know what you might find. So I've got 55,000, well, I don't know how many dimes and other stuff that might be in here, but around 55,000 loose cents to look at. That's going to take a while. How long will that take me, Southern Metal, to search 55,000 cents? I'm just going to go with a little while. It's going to take me a little while. We just need to find one 1943 copper, one 1944 steel. We get very lucrative. 2014. A very lucrative search. You never know. You just never know. Mrs. Big Silver Stacker just came over from the Silver Squad raid. Glad to see you. Well, we're doing something that I've never done before right now on Coinsomniacs when we do a late at night stream. And y'all probably don't know what Coinsomniacs is. So, where's my Coinsomniacs? There it is. Coinsomniacs is a late night coin hunt. For those of us coin hunters, collectors that can't sleep, like most of us up at 1 a.m. And just occasionally Paul will pop on. This is Paul's spare time. Late at night, I'll start after 10 o'clock, and I'll either do $50 or I'll do nickels or I'll do pennies. We stream $50 on Saturdays, pennies on Sundays with our streams. And tonight we're just looking through some pennies. So I'm going to grab a handful just out of this big jar. These are pennies that my brother brought me, that his wife, who's a school teacher, they had a fundraiser and had the kiddies go raid Mommy and Daddy and Grandma and Grandpa's penny jars and brought it into the school, and they raised over $550. And my brother bought them from the school after they had counted them, and then told me about it. And I bought them from him in 1959 and told him, yeah, that'd be fun to have. There's a 2009 Pa's Cabin. You can see it very good. And I blew my magnifying glass way up. Digital scope. So I'm just kind of quickly looking through those to get an idea of what might be in it. I don't know if they've been cherry picked. We did find one Wheatie so far out of a lot of coins. I don't know what ratio one should expect to find something when kiddies raid Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa's penny jars in rural Missouri. But figured it'd be fun to hunt them. You never know what you might come across. Hudson did find a Boy Scout pin already in one of the buckets, but we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 55,000 pennies to search, or cents for the traditionalists. We've got something weird. That's not a penny. That's not a penny. Thank you, Mrs. Big Silver Stacker. $2 super chat. Thank you very much. We do reinvest all of our super chats and super stickers back into our channel. That's a Canadian dollar. Let me see. Let me go to my scope. Let me go to full scope. You're making SpongeBob dance. We always like it when SpongeBob dances. Let's see what we got here. Where's BH Ringer and Seaweed? We got a 1988 Canadian dollar. I am not at all familiar. Yeah, my 10-year-old grandson usually does all the hunting on Saturdays and Sundays, but he's got COVID right now. So we're rooting for the little guy to get well real quick. So somebody's grandma and grandpa had a Canadian dollar in their penny jar. Again, I have absolutely, it's not that old. It's a cool coin I'm not familiar with. Looks like a duck to me. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. We'll put it up with the wheat cent we found. Was not expecting to find that. That was fun. The fun things it's been in our mom and pop penny boxes we've been doing is you never know what you're going to find. Boy, there's a blazer. 2015 D blazer. It was a blazer. So we thought we just did a nickel box and thought we'd grab some of these cents and check them out and see what we might find in these. Giving them a quick look. Looks like there's no telling what we're going to find. And that's what I think. Thank you, Stephanie. Well, I got another dime. What is it? 1994 dime. what else might be in here. Looks like for sure that it's not all pennies. I'm assuming when the teachers counted it for the donation, they counted dimes as dimes and not as pennies. I don't know that. I don't think, but anytime you find taco money when you're searching pennies is good. If you find silver taco money, that'd be really good. And $1 Canadian, hey, I've got a big gold quarter in there. Silver quarter would be a wonderful thing to have. It's not silver. Got a 1987. Oh, I don't have the right screen up. That'd probably help if I'd switch that back. Sorry about that. We got a 1987 quarter that we'll put up with our Canadian dollar. Not searching any varieties tonight, just kind of looking to get a feel for what might be in these cents. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cheese ball type buckets of cents. That's an old dime, or a dirty dime. I'm not sure which. I can find it on here. There it is. 1989 dirty dime. Not silvery. Doesn't even want to find one. Who knows what Grandma and Grandpa had in their coin jars for Mommy and Daddy. There's another quarter. What do we got here? Ooh, a 1967. We didn't miss silver by far. $67 quarter. Penny down, penny down. Another penny down. I guess Paul better rip some of these off the table. Otherwise I'll be picking up pennies all night. Getting several 2009s through here. Not really super nice ones yet. We usually hang on to the nice 2009s. Another Canadian. Let's see what this is. Let's go back to the other scope view and see what we got. Like a much more recent one. Got a 2005 Canadian cent. And Treasure Hog is my Hudson replacement usually. But since we've got a quarantine situation in our house this week, not Paul. Paul's good. But no Treasure Hog this week. Got a nickel. It looks like we've got quite an assortment of stuffs here. It's not blowing me away with wheat cents though. But it only takes one amazing find. And again, I think most of y'all heard the story, but this is from a school district, well, a school in Brashear, Missouri, where they, another penny down, had the kiddos raid Mommy and Daddy and Grandma and Grandpa's penny jars and raise money for charity. And my sister-in-law is a teacher at the school, and so my brother bought them all after they counted it. A 2014 dime, and I bought them off of him to search, not knowing what really to expect there would be in here. But a good late night thing to just kind of look through. This is the first time I have gotten into them. We brought them down at the 4th of July when we all got together. 2006 nickel. Nice if Mommy and Daddy or Grandma and Grandpa had a Carson City Morgan dollar in the penny jar, wouldn't it? That'd be fun. Well, we had a Canadian dollar, so stranger things have happened. Only one Wheatie so far. We'll look at a few more handfuls and see what we come across. Find some stuff that will help fill out our penny books. Hudson's penny book is in, there's a Paul's Cabin. The Rustic 2009. It's a Lincoln Cabin, but we got to call them Paul's Cabins here because I think they're so gorgeous, especially when they come in blazer form. That one was far from blazer form. Blazer being a coin that looks like it was just minted yesterday. $1975 nickel. Another Paul's Cabin. There's a bunch of copper in here for sure that Paul will pull out and save. No telling what we might run onto. Hey, I see another Wheatie. I see another Wheatie, our second. I think it's a 44. I think it's a 44. It's a 42. See, that's Paul Vision. 1942 Wheatie. That's two. Two more Wheaties than I had coming into the night. I'd love to get into a patch of Wheaties. That would be awesome. There are at least some. The third Wheatie. A 1949D. So they haven't been totally cherry picked, so that's a good thing. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with these. I'm just going to search them off camera and make videos out of them. Or if we're going to do some, you all enjoy watching. This is kind of a tougher live stream because there's no telling. We might find nothing, we might find something amazing. I guess if we find something amazing, it'd be a great live stream. If we find a bunch of nothings, probably not so amazing. I don't know if you all enjoy something like this for a change of pace. We're usually pounds and half dollars. Paul enjoys searching nickels, so I'll sneak in and search some nickels occasionally. We do have 50 boxes of nickels here I need to get through. Got another dime. What year is the dime? What year is the dime? At 88. That's not even close to silver. That's not even close to silver. Alright. We'll do a couple more handfuls and then we'll call it a night. Take a drink. Stephanie, the information on the scope we use is in the description below. I do like it. I have to put something dark. A few more pennies on the floor, sorry. Pull handfuls out of the cheese ball bucket without dropping them. But the information on the scope we use is in the description below. It's not that expensive. It is a nice one, I think. What is this? Looks quarterish. It is quarterish. Sounded kind of funny, but I don't think it's silver. Let's go to the other scope view. It'll be much easier for Paul. Maybe a mystery. It may be a mystery. It's newer. It just doesn't look newer. It just doesn't look newer. Got a nickel, 1985. Very nice 2007, a very nice 1981. Book checkers. Another dime. 2015 dime. Mom and Pop, Grandma and Grandpa's with the Mom and Daddy's with the dimes in their penny jar, or the farmers that have had a better year. It is farm country up in northeast Missouri, especially in the Brashear area. And that's a 2020. They hadn't held that one very long. Another quarter. 2006, no, it's a nickel. 2016 nickel. It's difficult to do this and keep up with chat, that's for sure. Paul, I looked into one with you mentioned had some bad reviews, didn't want to forget to tell you. I think someone mentioned plastic. Okay, Stephanie, but that was on that that brand I was talking about the other night that I was thinking about getting. I haven't done any more research on it. Another quarter, I think that's an Indianapolis quarter. I recognize it. I've been thinking about upgrading my scope because my vision is not the best. This one's fine. Just one I was looking at had better lighting that you could put on it, because this one's all down from the top. And when I do sense, like I'm doing now, when I show you the screen that I'm hunting on, it doesn't show up well unless I put a dark background down. And then they show up fine. And I like the scope. I started out with a pluggable, and it was fine, but I needed something to make it a little bigger so I could identify the mint marks and different things I was looking for. And this one does that. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Can't see it. I can't see it. I always like when you get a mystery coin. Mystery coin is good. It's a wheat cent. That's what that is. I believe that's a wheat cent. Hey, Averkurt with a $25 super chat. Thank you very much, Averkurt. B.H. Ringer, have a nice evening. Thanks for being here. That's very generous, you, Averkurt. Thank you. I believe that to be an old Wheatie, and it is. What the heck date is it going to be? Will we ever know? That's in tough shape. 1980? Can't be an 80 that's got a 1920 something perhaps. Definitely a wheat. Let's go back to the other scope where I've got it blown up and see if we can pull a date off of this. I'm not convinced we will. I'm not convinced we will pull a date off of it, but we might. We might. I think it's a 1920 something. Be a 27, maybe a 1927. You see a 19-0, Michael Fallis? You're doing better than me, my friend. Mrs. Big Silver donated $2 through Super Chat. Silver Squad sent me, and I'm here to stay. Well, thank you. J-Ram with a $25 Super Chat. Thank you very much, J-Ram. Thank you, J-Ram and Mrs. Big Silver Stacker. I appreciate it. All right. Let's take one more shot at this with trying to get there this way. There's the date. I know right now that's not helping. I know that's not helping. I think that is a 19... I guess we knew before we started. I see a 2. Is it a 22? Hey, Dreadpool26. Good to see you. You're not invisible. You're not invisible. Can in the house, my vacationing brother. Good to see you, Can. I'm looking at some pennies that came out of a fundraiser at a school that my sister-in-law teaches at. And they had the kiddos go collect cents from Grandma and Grandpa and Mommy and Daddy. And I've got a wheat cent here that's got me perplexed. I think it's a 1929. That's what I think. It's a 1929. But I am not sure. Thank you all for the super chats. That is our 4th wheat cent out of these. Let me get back to the screen. So I'm just grabbing a few handfuls and looking at them for the first time. And we got nickels, we got quarters, we got dimes. We haven't found any silver yet. We had a Canadian dollar. Hudson found a Boy Scout pin in one of them. I have not seen that yet, so I don't know what it is. There's another dime. We've got a few Wheaties so far. There's a 1986 nickel. I did a box of nickels before this, And we had 17 finds in the 40s and 50s, one 2009. Nothing amazing. Didn't find a buffalo, didn't find a war nickel. But I love hunting nickels, and this week there are no mulligan boxes. There's a Paws Cabin. There's a Paws Cabin right there. That one's in pretty good shape. Hudson is going to be doing his Mom and Pop Penny box battle with Can coming up soon when we can get it scheduled. And I know we'll find some weak scents that day. Opening 2 boxes at once, that will be large amounts of fun. Hudson's also got a box battle planned with Baseman 64 and Treasure Hog. So Hudson's going to be busy, if I can get him off the injured list, doing his box battles. Yeah, I think nickel hunts are fun. You never know what you're going to find. You know you're going to find something. Alright, let's do a couple more handfuls and then we'll call this a night. Got me curious. Got me curious how many more I can drop. We'll do 2 more handfuls. And again, I've got, what I say, 8 or 9 of these cheese ball type. I'll be picking up pennies for a while. Jars that they evidently collected them in at the school. I don't know if they're feeding the kids all kinds of cheese balls and that's what they had around or what, but there are 55,000 cents, although it appears there's a bunch of dimes and nickels in here and quarters as well, for us to search to see what kind of goodness might be in there. We found 4 weak cents so far, a Canadian dollar. Here's a 1974 nickel. I haven't found any silver. We found a lot of copper. A few wheat cents, so it's not totally cherry picked, which I thought it could be. There's a 2020 cent. That would not have been out very long. It didn't get saved very long in the penny jar. But we're going to search these. I don't know if we'll do videos of what we find. I do know I want to go through them slowly and look for the different varieties that you can find in scents, which is a tremendous amount of varieties. These would take forever to search in a live hunt, searching them in that format. May do a few like this on some late night hunts when I'm wanting just a little variety in what I'm hunting. I'm sure you all like a little variety from time to time as well. Let's find another Wheatie. Let's find another Wheatie. I think that one Wheatie was a 1929, but it was in sad shape, but that would be the oldest we found. It was a 20-something. But it was in sad shape. Pause for time, check chat. Can you check email for Dreadpool? He needs help from the chat on a war nickel. Well, rub it in, Dreadpool. You've got a war nickel. I didn't find one tonight. Let me look at my email. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, it's not on that email. Let's look at that email. Dreadpool. Okay. Ooh. think that's going to show up very good. Give me a minute. Looks like a potential die crack. Not the button I meant to push. Alright. We're going to go here. Dreadpool, the pictures did not come through that clear. I'm seeing obviously something here is on a nickel. Let's look at another picture that's a little clearer. You know, what I'm seeing there, Dreadpool, is going over the top of whatever that is in the nickel. Usually, if it's a die crack, it's going underneath. It would be going underneath that. That is going over the top, though. We pull up another picture here. That one's clearer. You can see it in the Sea of America. If I can get this blown up. That one is also, let me back off the magnification a little bit. Dreadpool's wanting some input, I guess, on this. It's a nickel with, I assume you're asking about a possible die crack there in the Sea of America. Again, that is going, it looks like to me it's going over the top of the sea. Most of the die cracks I have seen will go underneath the minted letters. So I am not sure. One more picture maybe here. So those of you new to the channel, Paul is not an expert. I am learning. Hudson and I started doing this about a year ago, and we're learning along the way. The pictures did not come through real super clear, Dreadpool. If I had a better picture, I could tell you more. And I can't see chat right now to see what anyone else is saying. I'll go back to this is the clearest picture that came through. From what I am seeing, with it going over the top of the sea, I am more inclined to say that that is probably not a die crack, but again, not an expert. Let me go back to my screen and I'll see what you all are saying. But the pictures just didn't come through real super clear, Dreadpool. Okay. Does it go the whole way to the rim? It does not look like it does, John Jacobs, no. You're getting different input there that's probably better than what I know. I don't, from the picture I'm seeing, I don't think it is a die crack. Hello, Jim Thompson. Good to see you. Yes, Treasure Hog. I did already do my nickels. I'm messing with my pennies now. Yeah, I would like to see if you could get a more clear picture, that would help me. But from what I can see, Dreadpool, I'm going to say that it is not a die crack. But maybe a picture with a, sometimes if you can get a picture, have someone help you get a picture with your cell phone, and you don't have to be real super close up, but I think it would pull off a much clearer picture than what your scope did. So sorry, that's not what you wanted to hear probably, but hey, you know what, Dreadpool, it is not the easiest thing in the world to take pictures of coins and get the resolution you need. It's a tough thing. But if you want to try to shoot me some different pictures, I'll be glad to look at them. Yeah, now it could be a die chip, but the fact that it goes over the letters in the C doesn't look like a die chip to me. But again, I am not an expert. As struck-through as possible. But the most of the die cracks that I see will go under the letters. The ones that I've researched. All right. Thank you for Advocate for bringing that to my attention. If I missed something, let me know, because Paul's got, or Treasure Hog maybe let me know. I got my head down playing with my pennies tonight. Playing with my pennies, seeing what I see. We're going to do this handful, and then that's probably more than one handful. And then we're probably going to call it a night. I may do a Coinsomniacs again tomorrow night. I haven't decided. I usually do them on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I didn't this week. We've had some family stuff going on. Paul didn't sleep for a few nights, and boy, did I sleep good last night. I slept extremely good last night. And I hope to replicate that this evening. Probably not. But you never know. I can be optimistic. See a lot of silver coming up in this one. What do we got here? We got something. No, we got an Oklahoma quarter. We got a 2008 Oklahoma quarter. That's what we've got. Mixed in with the cents. There's plenty of variety in these Raid Grandma Grandpa's penny jars. We got a 2016 nickel. We got a 2000 or dime, 2002 nickel, a 2002 dime. We'll find one piece of silver in here would be wonderful. 1985 nickel. Lincoln on a log, 2009. Not a ton of wheat cents, but we have found some. Didn't know what to expect, if these would have been cherry picked in a big way, because Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa had a chance to cherry pick it, and whoever counted it had a chance to cherry pick it. 2013. 93 nickel. I wasn't sure what all would make it through. There's a North Dakota. I'm getting all the states covered. Another quarter. Smoky Mountains. Hello, Victor Fess. Good to see you. Sorry, everyone I have missed in the chat. Now, I'm playing with my my new toys, these cheese ball jars full of coins from the fundraiser at the school that my brother and sister-in-law got for me. Chris and I are going to have some fun with these. We'll probably just search some and maybe do videos. I think that would be the best way. There's another quota. A good assortment of quatas. Saratoga. British Surrender. Alright. Let me put those up before I drop a bunch more and knock them off. Already got probably 20 cents worth to pick up. Paul's spare time, if you find any cheese balls, will you flip them for Hudson? You know, at this point, if there's cheese balls in there, Treasure Hog, they might be a little not good. Let's see, at least 3 more are cheese ball jars. One looks like maybe a mayo jar, and a couple I don't know. So it's going to be a lot of. You've seen these, Treasure Hog. I guess you've been here and seen them sitting on the floor. There's a lot of coins sitting on the floor for sure. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to call it a night. We're going to do a giveaway. I probably found several things I could have given away, but let's get into Paul's giveaway stuff over here. Let me see what I've got sitting around. We've got almost 40 people in here. There's something John Jacobs sent me to give away. Let's see what's in this. Let's see what's in this. We'll give it away. I don't even know what's in here, John. What do we got? Let's go to my other scope. These are courtesy of John Jacobs. Let's raise that back up. That's an Indian head cent. That I know. That is an 1898 Indian head cent. There is the back. Yeah, we're going to put together a couple gauze here. And it's not going to be out of what Paul just found. I've got a stack I keep over here of giveaways. This happened to be something John Jacobs sent me to give away. I think that's a 1945 war nickel is what I think that is. And it is. That's a 1945p war nickel. Let's see what else we've got. It says it is a 1969 D floating roof. It says it is a floating roof. Let's look. It is a floating roof, it looks like. The floating roof is where the top part looks like it's not attached to the memorial. So the first giveaway is going to be a war nickel, a 1945p, an 1898 Indian head penny, and a 1960D floating roof. Now let's put together a second giveaway. Magic penny floating roof. Ah, my favorite coin. A Morgan and a Buffalo nickel are my favorite coins. That's going to be an undated, well, see if he's done the hard work for me if it says. It's flipped, so I'm not going to take it apart. That looks like, and I can't tell. Kind of looks like a 1918. No, it's a 2. 1928, 1920 something Buffalo nickel. Gotta see the buff. Gotta see the buff. I don't see a mint mark. There's the Buffalo. 1918 says Treasure Hog. Could be. I thought it was 1928. I thought it was a 19. I saw a 2. I think it's a 1920 something, but I could be wrong. Treasure Hog, and I'm not going to nick a date it tonight. We've got a 1946. This one said on it 1946 P. Indian era wheat cent. A 46P. UCV8. So I think it's a 1928 Treasure Hog. That's what I think it is. You could be right. It could be a 1918. And we've got a... it's Canadian all day long. A 1982 Canadian cent. I believe is what we've got. And it is. We also have a 2021 P nickel. And we have a 1963 birth year for Paul Spanish peseta. A 1963 peseta out of Spain. That's cool. That's cool. Una peseta. So, here, let me get it, I've got to get the screen up, and I'll tell you how to enter here in a second. We're going to do 2 giveaways. Give me a second. I don't have my screen up yet. And that's probably a very boring screen for you all to look at. Well, let's go back to this busy thing. Let's see. CloudBot. Giveaways. Custom giveaway. Coinsomniacs. There we go. So it's going to come out up in the chat, and it's going to say a Coinsomniacs giveaway has started. And once that happens, you're going to type in exclamation raffle. There it is. A Coinsomniacs Gall raffle has started. You're going to type in exclamation raffle with no spaces, and that is going to enter you, and we're going to pick 2 winners. You type in exclamation raffle. We've got 43 people in here. And let me get envelopes for this stuff. Do appreciate the 63 likes and all the super chats. Thank you all very much. This first one is going to be, the first giveaway package is a 69D floating roof cent, the 1898 Indian head cent, and a 1945P 35% silver war nickel. That will be the first giveaway. That's going to be first prize. We get those in their giveaway envelope and write first prize on it so I don't lose track of it. This is July 30th. And this is, we're on to Friday, aren't we? Paul will ship these out next week on Tuesday or Wednesday. The second giveaway package is the 1963 peseta. Very cool. From Spain. The 2021 P nickel. the 1982 Canadian cent. It doesn't want to show up through the flip, but it's a 1982 cent, I promise. There it is. The 1946p wheat cent. And what I think is a 1928 Buffalo nickel. Treasure Hog has it as possibly a 1918. It's either a 1918 or a 28. You certainly would be able to make it out. As a matter of fact, if I want to try a little harder right now, I can probably make it out. Come on, Paul. Try a little harder, Paul. Try a little harder. Sometimes if you hold it a little sideways, it's harder through a flip. Definitely got an 8 for the last number. Can Collectibles, $5 super chat from Mama Can. She is lurking and sitting next to me. Love is love. Hello, Mama Can. It warms my heart that you all are together. Thank you so much for the super chat. You know, I'm seeing a 2 there. Right there. Yeah, I had it. I see a 2. I think it's a 1928. That's what I think it is. The 1928. So that's going to be the second package of giveaways. So there are 5 coins in that one. Got a Posada, Buffalo nickel, some cool coins, courtesy of John Jacobs. JJ, if you're still here, thank you very much for donating those. Coinsomniacs, 730, second prize. And hello, Mama Can. Let's see how much time we have left on our giveaway. None. So let me take you over so you can see what I'm looking at. No time left. We're going to pick a winner. Paul's going to see how many people got entered. Got 29 people entered. Get it. So you can see it. We're going to pick a winner. Good luck. This is for first place. This is the one that had the war nickel and the Indian head cent in it. Good luck, good luck. Nova Sky. Congratulations. That first time luck. Congratulations, Nova Sky. Now we're going to pick the second place winner, which is JRAM Metal Pours. Congratulations, JRAM Metal Pours. So, JRAM and Nova Sky, what the two of you need to do is you need to send me an email. If you will send me an email and include your address, I will ship your new treasures to you. My email address, let me go to a screen where my email address, oh, somebody can put my email for me. Thank you, Adam. PaulSpareTime@yahoo.com. No apostrophe in my email address. There is an apostrophe in our channel name, but yahoo.com doesn't like apostrophes. Congrats, Nova Sky. Congrats, JRAM. So you two, there's my email. Make sure you got to send an email and claim your prize and give me your address so I know where to ship it. Paul doesn't like unclaimed prizes. I gave it away so somebody else could have goodness, and John Jacobs sent it to me so somebody else could have goodness. So congratulations, winners. We're going to knock off for the night. It's 1:35 in the morning on Friday, and Anthony Rizzo, my favorite baseball player for my favorite team, the Chicago Cubs, is still a New York Yankee. It makes me sad. JRAM Metal Pours with a $10 super chat. Help with shipping. JRAM, thank you. So very generous. Thank you so much, my friend. Got SpongeBob dancing. Hudson and I do reinvest every cent that we get from super chats and super stickers back into our channel so that we can do what we do. We're doing this as a hobby, trying to make a little money on the way, but we like to share coins with people. We recently completed an initiative where we sent out 117 Hudson's Collector's Kits. Where's my Hudson's Collector's Kit picture? Where's my Hudson's Collector's Kit picture? There it is. This is one of the prizes we give out to donators, or at least you have a choice of getting this, is 9 iconic coins. Rick Out Jr., $5 super chat. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Rick Out Jr., so very generous. We appreciate it, brother. We give this out to people that donate for rolls as part of their prize, but it's a clad Ike. It's a 40% silver Kennedy, a full date Buffalo nickel, a V nickel, a war nickel, a Mercury dime, an Indian head cent, an old wheat cent between 1909 and 1919, and a steel cent from 1943. But we decided we wanted to get more people interested in this hobby, and we announced, that reminds me, Greg King said, the kids love the sets, and it got my youngest to checking his change. Greg King, that is awesome. That is awesome. So we announced this initiative on one of our Coinsomniacs stream, and the amount of support we got from our subscribers and our members was crazy. We received over $900 in donations to support the initiative. We ended up spending around $2,000 to give away and ship out 117 of these collector's kits. Any parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, whatever that wanted one to give out to someone they wanted to introduce to this hobby, we sent it to them. We sent as many as 6 or 7 to some people that had a lot of grandkids, and I have been getting videos and thank yous from all around the world, all around the United States, some outside the United States, of a lot of kids got introduced to coin collecting through this initiative, and that is awesome. They should all be out there by now. We were glad to be able to do it. We totally appreciate the support we got. We are going to do something like this again here in a couple months, where we're going to send some more coins out to people. Now we have to market this to adults, and you have to give them out to the kids, but we are going to be doing it again. We'll let you know as we get closer. But the initiative is well underway to introduce more people to our great hobby. We call this the Grow Our Hobby Initiative, is what we're calling it. And I love the videos and the thank yous and the notes that we got in from watching kids open these and see it. And that was pretty special. So we're glad to be able to do that. Hey, we made it to 1,390 subscribers tonight. Thank you all very much. I just saw that up there. That is awesome. We're trying hard to get to 1,500 subscribers. I bought some great giveaways at the Coin Show in Grove, Oklahoma to give away when we hit 1,500 subscribers. We got to bust through that 1,400 subscribers first, but thank you all very much. That means we gained at least 4 or 5 tonight. We appreciate you. Hiya, Paul. In chat, I found my first silver quarter in the wild and $10 in quarters I got for laundry. Savvy Stacker, that is awesome. Found money, that is awesome. Silver in your laundry quarters. Super. Yep, he's wanting to go with me to the bank when I try to get rolls next time. That is great, Greg King. That is awesome. That's exactly why we're doing what we're doing. I'm still waiting to see my grandkids so I can pass them on. The 2 oldest boys should really love them. Hoping the girls will too. Thanks so much, Paul Hudson. You're welcome, Jim. And thank you to everyone that contributed. Hello, Sheree Ward. Good to see you. To that initiative, we're going to keep doing it. We're going to try to do it at least once a quarter to do something to try to grow this hobby out there. And we're glad to be able to do it. That is super awesome. So, to all of my moderators, thank you. Everyone in blue on the right in the chat is a moderator or someone that I turned blue briefly to do something and I have forced them into indentured servitude like my buddy Can there. I appreciate all of you moderators. I couldn't do this without you. The people in green, those are people that have decided to become a member of the channel, and you can become a member of Paul's Spare Time for as little as 99 cents a month. You get your name in green, you get some special emojis, you get badges. There's some different perks you get for different levels of membership. We appreciate all our members. You certainly don't have to become a member to just be a subscriber and come hang with us and watch some coin hunting, watch us learn along with you, and have some fun. We appreciate everyone that watched tonight. We appreciate the 67 likes. Appreciate all of the super chats and super stickers. Thank you all very, very much. Paul released a video today talking about, it was the live stream announcement and comment video for the Saturday stream. Normally my grandson Hudson would be opening the coins on Saturday, or my emergency substitute great replacement treasure hog. But Hudson's down with COVID, and we've got a quarantine situation in our house. Not me, Paul's all good, but Paul will be flying solo on Saturday. But we've got at least an 8-box hunt on Saturday that Paul will be doing. We're starting at 3 p.m. Anyone that wants to come watch, we have never been skunked on a donator live stream for $50. So we want to keep that streak going Saturday at 3 with Paul searching. That will probably go late, but we're going to have a good time. We're going to be looking to find some silver. Heather's Chubby Hubby, $10 super chat. Yo, Paul, thank you, Heather's Chubby Hubby. Greatly appreciate you. That is awesome, my friend. There's a video out on that. I've got a video that will release tomorrow with an announcement for a Sunday stream. We have a Sunday stream at 3 p.m. where we're doing what may well be the last donator box of Mom and Pop Pennies. We'll be doing that at 3 p.m. on Sunday. They're a lot of fun if you've never seen any open. There's Spongy dancing. It's good to see Tired Spongy up there dancing. So we will have streams Saturday and Sunday at 3 p.m. $50 on Saturday. Pennies on Sunday. Cents for us traditionalists, or you traditionalists. I call them both because I didn't grow up as a coin hunter. So that video will go out tomorrow. So there'll be some streams this weekend. We're looking forward to that. So we hope to see you then. So thanks for being here this evening. We greatly appreciate all of you hanging out with us in Coinsomniacs. And I'm going to let you get sleep, and we will see you again when Paul has more spare time. God bless and take care, everyone.